You are energy in motion, which makes you an emotional being. Welcome to my channel, my love. I am Mona G, professional life coach, master emotional alchemist. You have manifested me into your world today because you are on the path of remembering who you truly are. And it is my absolute honor to serve your expansion by helping you explore the beauty, adventure, joy, and general well being that your emotional world is here to offer you. Remember to like and subscribe, and let's take our feelings on a road trip. You just get to experience so much goodness in the world around you just by sharing one feeling. Here's the key. Usually, we only share when there's no other choice. It's almost like sharing our feelings is a last resort. It's like when everything else fails, then we go to our feelings and share them. You can see how that's not really self-loving, right? To only bring out the feelings when there's nothing else works. So what I invite you to do is to start practicing using your feeling words anywhere and everywhere, every chance you get. Why? To work the muscle. What happens when we practice on one hand, and on another hand, we do the process internally, we get to tell stories in a completely different way, where they become very engaging for other people. Because when we are in touch with our emotions, we actually and express that truth, it helps other people connect with their emotions, because it's the energy of harmony. It's the energy of alchemized emotions and thoughts in a harmonious bubble. And so other people get to experience what that feels like, and that's what makes you magnetic. It makes you become magnetic. And so what I mean by that is when you do the process and love, acknowledge, validate yourself on a daily basis with whatever emotions come up, you're then processing those emotions as they come up. So there's nothing left over. There's nothing stuck or, deposited there or hidden or whatever you want to call it. There just isn't, because you're processing them as they come up. And so you're able to share an experience. When you share an experience from a place of processed emotion versus you got annoyed and it's still sitting there because you didn't deal with the anger and you didn't welcome it and you didn't acknowledge it and you didn't look under to see the fear and the guilt and the shame and all that, then the way that we communicate is unprocessed. So the person we're talking to is not going to be able to relate or understand. If they relate, they're going to relate through their own trauma and unprocessed pain. Now we're in a trauma bond. No, we don't want that. We don't want a trauma bond. We want the healthy connection. So let me give you an example. Recently, just this past week, I got a message from one of my old coaches that I hadn't talked to in probably a year. I haven't talked to her in a year. And she had this workshop, which I was interested in. So I signed up for it, and I didn't get the link. So I messaged her and I said, hey, I never got the link. Anyways, turns out there was some technical stuff, whatever, she sent it to me. But then she asked me, what's new? What have you been up to in the last year? And because I do this work all the time, I literally was able to summarize an entire year in a message that was less than 3 minutes. And all of that with emotion, with expressiveness in less than 3 minutes. Why? Because I process my emotions and express them as they happen. And so this is what we have to practice. Think of it this way. The world, the world, and every single person that you interact with is an opportunity to express in one sentence how you feel. You run into someone in the elevator. Hey, how's it going? How's your day? Oh, I feel peaceful. But you don't make stuff up. You, for a split second, check in. What's going on here? Nothing. I feel peaceful. Oh, what do you think people are going to say? When they're used to, hey, how's it going? Great. You? Yeah, okay, peace, bye. That's what people are used to, right? So when somebody asks you, how you doing? I feel enthusiastic. What do you think's going to happen? You're going to just shock the unconsciousness. And yes, some of them are going to ask you, well, really? Well, tell me more, or why, or whatever the case may be. Some of them will give you a weird look. Some of them will pretend they didn't hear you. Doesn't matter. It's not about them. It's about you.